The reality television landscape has always been a turbulent place, but few franchises have weathered as many storms as WeTV's Mama June. Family crisis. From extreme weight loss journeys and heartbreaking medical diagnosis to shocking arrests and familial estrangement, the Shannon family has broadcasted their highest highs and lowest lows to millions. However, as the calendar rolled into 2026, the drama surrounding the family, specifically Lauryn Pumpkin effort, nay, Shannon, reached a fever pitch. Fans have been relentlessly bombarded with a slew of staggering headlines and wild YouTube gossip videos. Betrayed, loudly crying face. Darrin Kitchens' second wife revealed and Lauryn Pumpkin house sold $300,000. But what is the actual truth? How much of this is fabricated by clickbait rumor mills? And how much of it is genuinely playing out on Season 8 of Mama June Family Crisis? In this exhaustive deep dive, we unpack the reality behind the sensationalism. We will explore the collapse of Pumpkin's marriage to Josh F. Ord, the controversial entrance of her new boyfriend, Darrin Kitchens, the chaotic financial web that led to evictions and real estate fire sales, and the bizarre cottage industry of fictional YouTube rumors that have taken on a life of their own. Chapter 1: The End of an Era, The Fall of Pumpkin and Josh. To understand the current chaos, we have to rewind to the bedrock of Pumpkin's adult life, her marriage to Josh F. Ord. For years, Josh and Pumpkin were viewed as the anchor of the Shannon family. While Mama June Shannon battled severe addiction issues and financial ruin, it was 17-year-old Pumpkin who stepped up to take custody of her younger sister, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson. Josh in turn became a surrogate father figure to Alana, stepping into a role that won him the adoration of WET TV viewers. The divorce filing that shocked fans. For 6 years, the couple seemed unbreakable. They welcomed 4 children together: daughter Ella, son Bentley, and twins Silas and Stella. But behind closed doors, the pressure of raising a massive family, managing reality TV fame, and dealing with the perpetual hurricane of Mama June's life was taking its toll. In August 2024, the facade finally cracked. Pumpkin officially filed for divorce in Wilkinson County, Georgia, citing that their marriage was irretrievably broken. The filing sent shock waves through the fandom. Fans who had watched the couple navigate Mama June's chaotic life and the tragic, heartbreaking death of Pumpkin's older sister, Anna Chickadee Cardwell, in December 2023 were stunned. The custody and the massive income revelation. Unlike many reality TV divorces that dragged through the mud, Pumpkin and Josh's legal separation was remarkably swift and deeply revealing. The court documents uncovered a massive secret that left fans reeling: the couple's finances. For years, Pumpkin had complained about struggling to make ends meet. In early 2023, she infamously took to TikTok Live, crying to fans that her car was on the verge of being repossessed and displaying her Cash App and Venmo usernames, successfully securing around $20,000 each per month ***. A combined household income of nearly $480,000 a year. The revelation sparked intense backlash. Critics accuse the family of being generational grifters or poor people rich, a term used to describe individuals who generate massive incomes but squander it on poor financial decisions, leaving them perpetually in a state of crisis. According to the settlement, Pumpkin and Josh agreed to share joint legal and physical custody of their 4 children. They waived all rights to child support and alimony, agreeing to split the children's expenses down the middle. But it was the real estate clause of the divorce that would soon become the center of massive online speculation. The housing crisis, evictions, and the $300,000 house sale. When Pumpkin and Josh split, the court documents outlined a strict division of their assets. At the time of the divorce in 2024, the couple was leasing to own a sprawling home in Gordon, Georgia. The judge ordered that Josh's name be removed from the lease and gave him 60 days to vacate the premises, leaving Pumpkin responsible for all indebtedness on said property. The $300,000 real estate shakeup. Fast forward to early 2026, and the internet is ablaze with the headline: Lauryn Pumpkin house sold $300,000. Where did this stem from? The Shannon family's real estate moves have always been chaotic. While production for Mama June Family Crisis often rents pristine Airbnb mansions for the family to film in, their actual living situations are much more volatile. Following the divorce, Pumpkin was left solely responsible for the hefty monthly payments on the Gordon home. Reports and subsequent reality TV recap channels began circulating that a family property tied heavily to the WITV stars was offloaded for $300,000 in a desperate bid to liquidate assets and settle mounting debts. Some sources attributed the $300,000 sale to Alana as rumors spiraled across social media. Fans became obsessed with uncovering exactly which property had allegedly been sold and why the Shannon family once again appeared to be drowning in financial instability despite years of reality television paychecks. Several YouTube channels aggressively pushed the narrative that Pumpkin was secretly bankrupt, claiming she had no choice but to unload family property connected to her relationship with Josh F. Ord after mounting legal bills and unpaid debts piled up behind the scenes. Yet, as always with the Mama June universe, the truth proved far messier and far less straightforward than the clickbait headline suggested. What many viewers fail to understand is that the Shannon family has long existed in a bizarre dual reality. On camera, audiences see lavish family trips, oversized rental homes, expensive parties, flashy vehicles, and endless celebrations funded by network production budgets. Off-camera, however, multiple family members have repeatedly admitted to struggling with basic budgeting, inconsistent income management, and impulsive spending habits. Critics argue that the constant influx of fast reality TV money created an unstable cycle where enormous monthly earnings disappeared almost as quickly as they arrived. The pressure intensified dramatically after Anna Chickadee Cardwell's tragic death in late 2023. Not only did the emotional devastation fracture the family psychologically, but insiders claimed funeral expenses, medical costs, travel arrangements, and legal complications surrounding custody issues added yet another financial burden to an already chaotic household. Fans watching Mama June Family Crisis Season 8 noticed visible tension almost immediately. Pumpkin appeared exhausted in nearly every episode. Josh seemed emotionally detached. Conversations that once felt playful suddenly carried resentment underneath every interaction. And then came Darrin Kitchens. The introduction of Darrin Kitchens into Pumpkin's life instantly divided the fanbase. Almost overnight, social media transformed into a battlefield between supporters who believed Pumpkin deserved happiness after years of struggle and critics who accused her of moving on recklessly before fully processing the collapse of her marriage. The timing alone fueled suspicion. Mere months after officially filing for divorce from Josh, Pumpkin was suddenly appearing publicly with Darrin in TikTok lives, family outings, and leaked behind-the-scenes footage from production filming. Online gossip exploded. Viewers began comparing timelines, dissecting Instagram posts, and searching for clues suggesting Darrin may have entered the picture before Pumpkin's marriage officially ended. The speculation became so intense that entire YouTube channels dedicated daily uploads to analyzing Darrin's facial expressions, body language, and interactions with the Shannon family. Some creators even claimed Darrin had manipulated Pumpkin emotionally during her vulnerable post-divorce state. Others bizarrely portrayed him as a secret mastermind attempting to gain access to reality television money and fame. But the wildest rumor of all was still ahead. The second wife conspiracy. By early 2026, one headline completely hijacked the Mama June fandom. Darrin Kitchens' second wife exposed. The phrase spread like wildfire across TikTok, Facebook groups, reaction channels, and gossip blogs. Dramatic thumbnails showed crying emojis, fake wedding photos, edited courtroom screenshots, and fabricated text messages supposedly proving Darrin was secretly married while dating Pumpkin. The problem? Virtually none of it was verified. The rumor appears to have originated from a chain of low-credibility YouTube channels that specialize in sensationalized reality TV narratives. One creator claimed Darrin had abandoned a mysterious previous wife in another state. Another alleged secret child support cases were hidden from the public. Soon the story mutated into increasingly absurd accusations involving fake affairs, hidden identities, and imaginary legal scandals. Fans who attempted to fact-check the claims discovered that many videos reused identical scripts, recycled AI-generated voiceovers, and displayed manipulated images designed purely to maximize clicks and outrage. Yet despite lacking evidence, the narrative became so widespread that thousands of viewers accepted it as fact. Ironically, the chaos only increased Darrin's visibility. Every appearance he made alongside Pumpkin generated millions of views. Hate watchers dissected every livestream. Supporters defended the couple aggressively. Meanwhile, TV producers reportedly leaned into the controversy, recognizing that public fascination surrounding Darrin had become one of the franchise's biggest drivers of online engagement. Season 8 quietly transformed into less of a family recovery story and more of a relationship war unfolding in real time. Chapter 3. Josh Efford's silent breakdown. While most internet gossip focused on Pumpkin and Darrin, another emotional storyline quietly unfolded in the background. Josh Efford, once considered the calm and dependable backbone of the family, appeared to retreat almost entirely from public attention. Longtime viewers immediately noticed the shift. During earlier seasons, Josh often acted as the emotional buffer between Mama June's chaos and the younger children. He was patient with Alana, protective of Pumpkin, and widely viewed as the most stable adult in the household. Fans respected him precisely because he rarely chased drama. Even when tensions exploded around him, Josh typically avoided public meltdowns or online feuds. But after the divorce, his entire demeanor changed. Sources close to production claimed Josh struggled intensely with the sudden collapse of the only adult life he had known. For nearly a decade, his identity revolved around being Pumpkin's husband and caretaker within the Shannon family ecosystem. Once the marriage ended, many insiders believed Josh felt emotionally isolated from the world he had helped build. Viewers noticed subtle clues on social media. His posts became infrequent. His appearances in promotional material decreased. In group videos, he often looked detached or visibly uncomfortable. Rumors quickly emerged suggesting Josh was furious over Darrin entering the children's lives so quickly. Then the internet did what it always does. It exaggerated everything. Suddenly YouTube headlines began claiming Josh had suffered a complete mental breakdown. Some channels falsely alleged he was homeless after being removed from the Gordon property. Others fabricated stories involving violent confrontations between Josh and Darrin behind closed doors. One particularly outrageous rumor claimed production security had to physically separate the two men during filming. Again, almost none of these claims could be verified. However, what was undeniably real was the growing emotional distance between Josh and the rest of the family. Fans who once rooted passionately for Pumpkin and Josh now found themselves splitting into rival camps online. Team Josh accused Pumpkin of destroying her family for fame and attention. Team Pumpkin argued she had every right to leave a marriage that was no longer healthy. The toxicity escalated daily. And then financial allegations surfaced once again. TikTok money machine. Perhaps no controversy surrounding the Shannon family has generated more backlash than their relationship with social media donations. For years, critics accused multiple family members of exploiting fan sympathy during live streams. Viewers frequently witnessed emotional TikTok sessions where family members discussed financial stress, medical bills, emergencies, or personal hardships while receiving massive waves of digital gifts and direct payments from supporters. Pumpkin became one of the biggest lightning rods in this debate. The resurfacing of her 2023 livestream begging followers for help while simultaneously earning enormous household income reignited outrage throughout 2026. Critics argued that many struggling fans donating money likely earned far less than the reality stars requesting assistance. Supporters pushed back aggressively. They argued that gross income figures do not reflect actual financial stability. Between taxes, management cuts, production contracts, housing costs, childcare expenses, and extended family support, they claimed the Shannon family's real financial situation could still be extremely unstable despite impressive headline earnings. But the criticism intensified when fans began calculating potential TikTok revenue streams. Some online analysts estimated the family could generate thousands of dollars during a single live stream event through gifts, subscriptions, sponsorships, affiliate promotions, and fan donations combined. The numbers shocked casual viewers who previously believed the family's emotional live streams reflected near poverty. This disconnect created one of the central tensions fueling Mama June's fandom today. Are the Shannon family victims of generational instability struggling to escape cycles of dysfunction? Or are they experienced reality stars strategically monetising chaos because controversy keeps the money flowing? The answer may honestly be both. Because regardless of public criticism, every scandal surrounding Pumpkin, Darrin, Josh, or Mama June only seems to increase public attention. Episodes trend online. TikTok clips explode in views. YouTube creators build entire careers discussing the family daily. Hate watching has become just as profitable as genuine support. And nobody understands that better than we TV. Chapter 5. How reality TV turned family trauma into entertainment. Behind every viral headline lies a darker question many fans rarely confront directly. At what point does documenting real family dysfunction cross the line into exploitation? The Mama June franchise began as chaotic comedy. Audiences originally fell in love with Honey Boo Boo's outrageous personality, the family's unpredictable humor, and their unapologetically unconventional lifestyle. But over time the tone shifted dramatically. Addiction, arrests, custody battles, infidelity rumors, financial collapse, terminal illness, death. What once felt ridiculous slowly evolved into something emotionally exhausting even for loyal viewers. Anna Chickadee Cardwell's cancer battle especially changed public perception of the franchise forever. Watching real grief unfold on screen forced audiences to recognize that beneath the memes and tabloid chaos existed an actual family enduring devastating pain under constant public scrutiny. Many critics now argue the cameras should have stopped long ago. Others counter that reality television provides the family with financial opportunities they may never otherwise have received. Without the show, some believe several family members could have faced even deeper economic hardship. Yet Season 8 appears to push the boundaries further than ever before. Instead of focusing solely on healing after Anna's death, large portions of the narrative revolve around romantic drama, financial instability, and public humiliation. Darrin Kitchens became both a storyline and a target. Josh's emotional collapse became entertainment. Even the children increasingly appear caught within adult conflicts playing out online before millions of strangers. And the audience keeps watching. Because whether people admit it or not, the Mama June universe has become addictive precisely because it feels so unpredictable. No scripted drama can replicate the bizarre mixture of tragedy, absurdity, resilience, and dysfunction constantly surrounding the Shannon family. Why 2026? The line between reality and internet mythology had become almost impossible to separate. And things were only getting stranger. Fans were no longer merely watching drama unfold. They were helping create it in real time. Every reaction video, every TikTok stitch, every Facebook argument, and every YouTube conspiracy theory added new layers to the ever-growing mythology surrounding the Shannon family. By the end of 2026, the Mama June universe had become something far bigger and stranger than anyone could have imagined when Here Comes Honey Boo Boo first exploded into pop culture years earlier. What originally began as chaotic reality television entertainment had evolved into a non-stop digital phenomenon where millions of strangers emotionally invested themselves in the lives of people they had never actually met. And the emotional intensity only continued increasing. One of the biggest turning points came when longtime fans began openly questioning whether Pumpkin herself still wanted to continue living inside the reality TV spotlight. Throughout Season 8, viewers repeatedly noticed moments where she seemed emotionally exhausted by the constant scrutiny surrounding her relationship with Darrin Kitchens, her divorce from Josh F. Ord, and the endless online criticism aimed at her parenting, finances, and personal decisions. Some fans believed Pumpkin had started realizing that fame itself might be contributing to the instability consuming her life. Others argued she had become too financially dependent on social media attention and television income to ever fully walk away from the spotlight. The debate intensified after several emotional live-stream moments where Pumpkin appeared visibly overwhelmed while discussing stress, public judgment, and the pressure of supporting her children while navigating non-stop internet controversy. Those clips immediately spread across social media platforms, but instead of generating universal sympathy, they once again divided audiences into rival camps. Supporters argued viewers were witnessing the psychological toll of years spent living publicly through trauma, grief, and family dysfunction. Critics accused Pumpkin of using emotional breakdowns strategically to regain audience sympathy whenever backlash intensified online. This cycle had become painfully familiar within the Mama June fandom. Every emotional moment instantly transformed into content for public consumption. Genuine sadness became reaction videos. Private struggles became trending hashtags. Relationship problems became monetized entertainment. And the algorithms rewarded the most dramatic interpretations possible. Meanwhile, Josh Efford's quieter post-divorce life continued generating massive curiosity. Unlike Pumpkin and Mama June, Josh rarely fueled online drama directly, which ironically made audiences even more fascinated by him. His silence created a mystery vacuum that gossip creators eagerly filled with speculation. Some claimed Josh was secretly preparing tell-all interviews exposing hidden truths about the family. Others insisted he wanted nothing more than privacy and stability for his children after years of chaos. Support for Josh grew steadily among portions of the fandom, who viewed him as one of the few relatively grounded figures in the franchise's history. Many longtime viewers sympathized deeply with the image of a man who spent years helping raise children inside a chaotic reality TV environment only to watch his marriage collapse under public scrutiny. Yet even Josh could not fully escape the toxic rumor ecosystem surrounding the family. Fake stories repeatedly surfaced alleging secret girlfriends, custody wars, emotional meltdowns, and behind-the-scenes conflicts with Darrin Kitchens. Each fabricated narrative generated millions of views regardless of whether evidence existed to support the claims. In many ways, truth itself had become secondary to entertainment value within the online Mama June economy. Perhaps nowhere was this more obvious than on YouTube, where creators increasingly competed to produce the most emotionally explosive headlines imaginable. Thumbnails featured crying faces, fake legal documents, red arrows, shocked expressions, and giant capitalized words like exposed, betrayed, secret, collapse, and scandal. Some videos openly blended real events with completely fictional speculation so seamlessly that casual viewers struggled distinguishing fact from invention. Entertainment commentators began criticizing this trend heavily, warning that the Shannon family had effectively become trapped inside a content machine where outrage and misinformation produced enormous profits for everyone except the people actually living through the chaos. Yet the audience appetite for drama remained insatiable. Every new rumor spread faster than the last. At the same time, another uncomfortable reality slowly emerged beneath all the sensationalism. Despite years of public criticism, public humiliation, and repeated personal disasters, the Shannon family somehow continued surviving. That resilience fascinated viewers almost as much as the chaos itself. Time after time, the family endured scandals that many believed would permanently destroy them. Addiction crises, financial collapse, relationship breakdowns, public backlash, legal troubles, health scares, devastating loss. Yet somehow the franchise continued moving forward. Some fans interpreted this resilience as proof of deep family loyalty underneath all the dysfunction. Others viewed it as evidence that reality television itself had fundamentally altered the family's ability to separate personal healing from public performance. Regardless of interpretation, one thing remained undeniable. The Mama June phenomenon represented something uniquely modern. It was no longer simply a television show. It was a constantly